So there guys, welcome back to Hearts of Iron, welcome back to Poland. Let's speed it up a little bit. Man, it's been such a quiet sort of run-up so far. We are still at 39% for our democracy. It's increasing so slowly now. I didn't realise it was going to be such a long, slow slog to get ourselves a little bit of democracy. Researching the Warsaw main railway station to get a building slot and 2 infrastructure in Warsaw, so that's going to be pretty cool. Do we have any occupied territories? Oh, we actually have the Ukraine. Where do we have bits of the Ukraine? Is it around here? Oh, there it is, look. Let's have a bit of a zoom in. Ah, is that Ukraine? Oh, so's this, look. Oh, and so's that. So it's this bit here, that bit, that bit, that bit. All technically belong to the Ukraine. Which is where we've got some factories building. In fact, we've got 5 factories down there. Holy shit. And that's where the bulk of our... I don't know. That's where the bulk of our factories are, basically. Holy shit. So if we didn't have them, we would have no bloody factories. Jeez. What else are we doing? We're slowly getting our equipment deficit under control. Like, very slowly. Oh, a bit of an autosave happening there. We are building some dudes very, very slowly. They're waiting on a little bit of equipment, but that's okay. And our production line's going a bit better now that we traded for some aluminium and steel. We're now making 2.26 support equipment per day, and 24 per day of these jobs, the infantry equipment. Still could do with a little bit of rubber. That'd be nice. A little bit of rubber to get our planes going, but not worth trading away for, really, I don't think. We're just going to have to deal with what we've got. Not that one. Constructions. We've got another civilian factory coming in May. We're currently in January, so that's going to take a little bit of time. And rather annoyingly, research. We've got 2 days of mechanical computing, so that's almost done. 1 day now. And then concentrated industry 1, which is something we're researching along with the Signal Company. Excellent. Mechanical computing just finished, so let's go have a look at that. It knocks 3% off our total research time, which is pretty damn cool. That's still quite ahead of time, the computer machine. The radios, we don't need that yet. It'd be quite nice to get construction 2. I feel like that's something we probably want to get. It's going to take a while, but construction seems to be the thing that we're lacking the most of, so it's probably best that we carry on focusing on that while we can. We're not gaining any political power because of our bloody democracy thing that's happening. We're only getting 1 political power, which is going straight into the national focus. So, until that changes, we can't change our bloody trade laws, which we really, really want to do. Unless we get declared war on, which might happen. Who knows? Who knows? The German troops are now here, look, although they're suffering a little bit of attrition. Maybe they've only just moved in. I wonder if they're thinking about having a go. Oh god, if we just get completely stopped by Germany, that's going to be fucking terrible, isn't it? It could happen, though. It could easily happen. I don't really know how strong they are. So I'm a little bit worried that they might just turn around as stompers. We could do with some allies. Romania is on our borders as well. Are they friendly with us? What do they think of us? Oh god, they're not exactly happy with us, are they? Although they are democratic, even though they're non-aligned. How strange. They're getting increased support for the non-aligned, but they're currently a democratic thing. That's a bit weird. Don't know how that works. Let's have a little bit of a fast forward. January 1937. So the first year went by. And the only thing that really happened was Italy annexed Ethiopia, which was always going to happen, and then the Spanish War broke out. Currently 3% tension. The Soviets are supporting Republican Spain. The Germans and the Italians are supporting nationalist Spain. It looks like it's still sort of in the early stages. Actually, we can probably check the current war status, which is something I like to do. The war is in the status quo. Republican Spain are losing ever so slightly. 8% towards capitulation. They've lost 8k, the other guys have lost 5k, and they've got... We can't tell exactly how many units they've got, so who knows how that's going to go. But it does seem like it's, from what I've seen of like playing this, it seems like it's very easy for nationalist Spain to win this, to win out this war. Pretty difficult for Republican Spain to win. I don't think the Russians are going to send them a vast amount of troops, so they're probably boned. Looks like there's wars happening all along this front line here, but not up here. We'll have to keep an eye on it. Look, you can see them getting little bits of territory here and there for the nationalists, which is really not what we wanted to happen. We'd rather the Republicans won, although like neither side are helpful to us. I think this is mainly like the early battleground to gain an ally for the commies or the fascists. It seems like the Democrats have a harder time in the early game. There's no real allies they can get, but come late game, you know you've got America and the UK on your side, which is pretty big. Concentrated industries done. Factory output has increased. I feel like we should go straight for concentrated industry 2 and get these constructions just rolling as quickly as we can. Has that made much of a change? It's still saying May. Maybe it doesn't apply, the bonus, until this factory is built. Can we see? Does it tell us what sort of bonuses we've got? Construction 1 plus 10%. Oh no, we are getting the bonus, from what I can tell. Export focus, construction 1. Output from 10 factories. It's just such a long, slow start. You know? Let's keep an eye on Spain. Spain's where all the interesting shit's happening for now. The nationalists keep taking little bits here and there. It's a pity we can't get any intel on the combat at all. It's a pity we can't send any units over to help one side or the other. That is a bit of sad times. There's new DLC out for Hearts of Iron as well. They finally released a new thing where it gives you more focus trees, specifically for like the English allies, I think. People like the British Raj, Australia, New Zealand. Places like that. Places that were historically part of Britain. So that's pretty interesting, but I haven't picked it up yet because it's a little bit on the expensive side for what it is, which is really just a few focus trees. So we built the Warsaw main railway station. So I feel like the old Polish region should be our next stop. Then the research slot. Possibly Upper Silesia. Anything that gives us construction and research right now. So let's do it. Let's invest in the old Polish region. Modernize old factories in Kielce, Skarżysko, Radom, Starachowicz, and Ostrowicz. I don't know. Whatever. Fucking Poland. How do you pronounce any of that shit? I have no idea. But it's happening. 90 days on the signal company. That's not a huge one. That's just something that was nice for us to pick up, really. Still looking at May. Still looking at May. 42% democracy. We're getting there. And this popularity affects our scale to 24.6%. So is that dropping even further? Does that mean it's going to take us even longer? Do we have to get to 50%? Is that what it is? Is there no way we can increase that? Can we get a thing that gives us more political power? No. No, we can't. Can we get a dude? No. This is all research and production. It would be a political guy if there was one, wouldn't it? So there's nothing we can do to increase our political power output. We've just got to suck it up and wait. The nationalists are definitely pushing a bit here. Look, they've encircled this area. Madrid. Oh my god. Yeah, they're going to take that. And they're probably going to try and fence off Madrid as well. Bad times. Bad times for Spain. And we're literally powerless to do anything to help them. That's the worst bit. It's like, you can't even help them out. And Russia could easily... Russia has so much manpower. Surely they could send them some men's. I feel like they're not doing enough to help their allies there. Why is it only Russia? Why hasn't China sent them any allies? No one's actually at war yet, other than the civil war in Spain. There's no actual war happening. Because usually one of the first wars that breaks out, Japan and China go at it, don't they? Japan and China. Who else? Germany and France. Or is it? Or do they go for some of these minor states first, like Czech? And if they do, can we help them? Can we do anything to help them? Madrid is probably going to fall pretty soon. And then that means that's pretty much the turning point for Spain. I think they've had it. Look, they're pushing in. They're taking loads of La Mancha. Madrid is almost completely gone. It looks like they're trying to push into the Catalan region over here. Catalonia. Which will be a problem. Oh my god, yeah, look, they've taken Madrid. That's it. Oh my god, Nazi and Spain have definitely won that. There's no way the Republicans are going to hold off against that now. Let's have a quick look at how it's going. Oh yes, and they're 71% towards capitulation. They're completely fucked. That means Nationalist Spain hold this bit. And Republican Spain will soon be no more. There they go. They've chopped into that bit. Valencia, Catalonia. Oh my god. They're going to come down and take Valencia. And then Murcia. And what's this bit? Granada. Those are the sort of three main points they've got to take over there. And then Barcelona itself, which probably won't be too hard. They tend to don't defend this top bit as much as they do the rest of it. So, sad times. How are they still fighting this bit? Surely the unit that's in here must be completely boned by now. Man, it's so deathly quiet. It's so quiet. '20th of May. We're getting there. We're getting towards that next factory. Completely out of supply for our boys, though. Although we do now have a surplus of support equipment, so that's fantastic. That is actually getting those imports last time, the steel and the aluminium, has actually worked. We're slowly building up a surplus of support equipment, which is good because we're going to need a fair bit of that. We would really like to get into this 7.5k deficit of infantry, though. That would be great. We've almost sorted the fighters out as well. There's only a deficit of 8 fighter units, so that's pretty good. So we'll slowly eventually start building up a surplus of those as well, which is pretty good. We haven't actually made any new units, have we? No. No new units have actually been trained yet. So they're all waiting on, presumably, infantry equipment. Now, something we could do is we could get the efficiency cap upgrades researched. That would help. It's all about making the most of what we've got. I mean, we don't have any more military factories, though we will get some soon. Does this give us a... This gives us a military factory, which we could put straight onto that. If we do, we would probably need 2 steel, which we have. So we could put another military factory on that. That would bring us up to, like, 35 a day. And if we get the efficiency cap upgrade, I think that would really start, like, giving us that surplus of infantry equipment. That would be fantastic. I really want that to happen. I think that's the main sort of focus of our whole thing here. I'm going to try and speed it up a little bit further, because we can probably get away with some speed 5. It's still early game. World tension's actually dropping again. This is surprising, because like when I played as Italy, the world tension was just fucking constantly going up. It was ridiculous. I think it probably was caused partly by me, but it seemed like Germany sort of really dived in early and did shit. Hey, has this changed? The world tension just went up. Has this thing changed, look? It has, hasn't it? Oh my god. They've actually updated something. National focus complete. We'll look at that in a sec. The Anti-Comintern Pact. Germany proposes that we sign a pact recognising that the aim of the Communist International as the Comintern is to disintegrate and subdue existing states by all the means at its command. Convinced that the toleration of interference by the Communist International in the internal affairs of the nation not only engenders their internal peace and social well-being, but also makes the peace of the world is desirous of cooperating in the defence against communist subversive activities. Are we supposed to sign this or not? Oh my god, this actually tells us stuff now when we hover over. German right gains Anti-Comintern Pact signatory. Opinion of Poland plus 50. But the Soviet Union would hate us. The Germans would hate us if we reject it. But what about the other democratic nations? Do they sign this or not? I don't know. I mean, do we really want to piss off Russia? I feel like we don't. I feel like the fascists are going to be our enemy more than the Russians are, so I feel like we should refuse. But is that going to make Germany instantly kick our ass? Maybe. What's the world peace like from this? Oh, they've had the Chinese border incident and 1% increase from the Anti-Comintern Pact. Let's refuse. I'm refusing. Fuck you, Germany. We do not like Germany. We're not going to do anything that they want us to do. Let's get this additional research slot. So that is now coming. That means we now have a free military factory, which, as I say, I'm going to put on infantry equipment straight away. So that's good. And Germany now hates us. The Hindenburg disaster happened. That can just be dismissed. I don't need to read that. That's fine. We did it. We rejected the fucking Comintern Pact. Oh my god. That was pretty weird. Because normally, again, I've only played as the fascists, so I've just automatically signed that before. I don't really know what the ramifications of it are for a democratic nation. It's a bit weird. I don't really know. The Marco Polo Bridge incident. Oh, the Japanese and China's thing is happening. Pretty soon, they'll be going at it hammer and tongs. What was I going to do? Oh yeah, how close are we? 45%! We're getting so close. The Communist Party's got no fucking chance. But we're still at 43%. We've overtaken the non-aligned section. You would think it would happen soon. Come on, we want some elections. Let's do this. Let's get a new leader. It's time for new blood in our government. It's time to get rid of Ignacy Moziski, Muschiki, whatever his stupid name is. He's had his day. Let's get rid of him. Let's get a new face of Polish politics. Politics. Get it? Oh my god. Yeah, 6.3k. It's going down nicely now that we're getting a bit more infantry equipment coming in. 4 more fighters, and then we have all the fighters, which is nice as well. Oh, and there's the factory. Nice. So how long for the next one? 13th of October. It's still a long fucking time. We're just going to have to keep building these civilian factories. It'll be worth it. It'll be fucking worth it once we can fucking... I think the idea is we want to hit 4 more. I want to build all of these and then we'll worry about some military factories coming. I don't know that it's worth building forts on the German border as well. Is that a thing that's worth doing? Like, will it help defend against Germany? I don't think it will. I think they're just going to fucking It's going to be a manpower fight, surely. We've got the signal company now, though. So that's pretty good. I feel like because of our low manpower, we also definitely want the field hospital. So I'm going to get that researched as well. I think that's going to be beneficial to us. And we're coming up for time again. It feels like we don't get a lot done, but I mean, we do. It's the typical sort of snowball effect of all games like this. It's the same thing in Civ. Like, you know, when you start in early game Civ, it's like the little decisions are what matter because they will eventually start to affect you in bigger ways. And we're getting there. We've got the research slot coming, which is going to be huge for us, I think. We're slowly getting the democracy. We're getting closer and closer to that. We've got that extra military factory now. Our infantry equipment is going up. We're at 34.45. I think we will, when the research comes around, when the construction's done, we'll probably research the one that gives us better production efficiency. I think it's like one of the machine tools ones. That's going to help us. And that's it. So I think that's where I'm going to leave it, guys. 5th of June. I'm going to pause it there, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.